Hey guys, it's Sophia. Welcome back to season 2 of She Shield. This is our first guest speaker episode with Jalise Williams, the first woman to ever qualify for the overall/men's team of the IPSC Pistol World Shoot. This is so exciting. It happens anywhere between 3.5 to 4 weeks from now in Africa. So she's heading off to go do that. In this episode, we cover what it takes for her to prepare for something at that level, as well as what it has been like to step into other areas of the firearms industry like concealed carry, and of course, instruction. Jalise is a personal friend of mine. We've gotten the opportunity to spend some really great quality time together along with Lena this past week, going for our, of course, shotgun world shoot, qualifiers together. It's been an awesome experience. She's an incredible woman, guys. I hope you enjoy this episode. Let's get started by having Jalise Williams on the episode.
I meant to say wow, but then a yawn came out. So
okay, this looks awesome. I'm so happy about this. Thank you for being here. This is so cool.
oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. This is like a gorgeous filming room.
Ugh, thank you. I have no idea how I did this. Oh wait, yes I do. I had 3 people help me. So well, welcome on. This is the first guest speaker episode. I'm kind of terrified because who knows if these mics are actually gonna like pick up the audio, if the video is gonna come through, but we're just gonna do our best. And thank you for being my first guest here.
I love being guinea pigs for people.
Perfect. And you were on season 1, which is so exciting. And that's what I was like, I think you were still in Colorado at the time, and I was still moving around studio to studio. So things were definitely crazy, but gosh, I am so impressed with you now still, obviously, and I remember being so impressed with you. So excited for today, because in this episode, we're going to talk about everything from what it is like to prepare for the IPSC Pistol World Shoot as the first woman to qualify for the overall team, guys. We're going to talk about our shotgun qualifier this past weekend. She got me through it. It was cray. So we're going to get into that.
You did so well.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. It was an awesome time. And then we're also going to talk about what your experience has been like being a content creator and an instructor in all of the facets, because nowadays, I'm seeing that this industry is truly split up into like the competition niche, the concealed carry niche, and of course there's those little like micro niches out there, but you have really started to put irons in every one of those fires. So I'm excited to get into that today. And yeah, kick off season 2 of She Shield podcast. Woohoo! Let's get into it. Absolutely. So tell us what you're doing right now, because, oh gosh, that was a terrible, I should probably say, guys, we have Jalise Williams on the show. I am going to be doing an intro before episodes start now so that the guest speakers don't have to sit through all of it. But it feels so weird to sit here and not say that. So, Jalise, please, for those of you listening who didn't get to listen to season 1, tell us who you are.
Oh goodness. Okay, hi, I'm Jalise Williams. I'm in my early 20s. So awkward.
Hi, I'm Sofia. I'm 27.
I'm in my very, very early 20s. I have been a professional competitive shooter for the past 10-ish years. I have very proudly won 42 national titles and 10 world titles, and then like 200 plus just like state match titles and area and blah, 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 all those titles. So I've had a very intense career. I mean, 10-year career seems like a long time. I mean, it's a decade. It's almost half of my life. So yes, I'm also owner of Blue Star Experiences and Performance. So that is my company that I go with sponsors with, as well as instruct. I opened my instructing last year. It's done very well. And I moved back to St. George at the end of last year. It is in Colorado, last time we talked. And gosh, then I moved back to St. George and I started a ladies clinic, and it's doing very well. I've helped so many women in my community. It just hits home because I got my start at a ladies clinic. And so that's something I wanted to bring back to the area. I'm very, very proud of the good work I'm doing for that.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
I'm sure there's other stuff. That's all I can say right now.
You are so multifaceted. I'm sure it's a stressful question for someone to be like, what all do you do? So I don't blame you for being like, I am young. Here we go. You know, like I started this 10 years ago and here's everything I've done. I love what you're doing. And I love the look of the clinics as well. You sent me a video of it and
Yes.
you make it a really welcoming environment, which is so important. And I love that it's blue. I know that that's just like such a small detail, but
Love it. Blue's my favorite color.
it's like royal blue. It's not
It's
like a
royal.
teal.
It's beautiful. It's royal. When I was decided to start my company, I'm like, what am I gonna name it? Oh my gosh! And my mom's like, you know, when you and your sister were little, you have the same initials, JW. So she gave Justine hearts and me stars to put on all our stuff, so they wouldn't get mixed up and fighting and kid stuff.
Yes.
So when my mother suggested, like, you've always been the star, like it's beautiful. Why don't you do that? I'm like, yes. And then I get to do blue. Blue is my favorite color. I was blue since the day I was born. So it just came together just so perfectly. And then when I started these ladies clinics, he was in this very stark white room, and it wasn't super welcoming. I decided, you know what, like I want it to be more of an experience. Like you get to come and learn, and that's the most important part, but you need to feel comfortable, you want to feel confident, you want it to be a nice place to be. And so I bought all this blue stuff, blue flowers, blue stars, blue everything. And now I really love the way the room looks. I also have these little note cards for the women and little blue pens, little star pens for them to write down what helped them during the class, as well as at the end of class now, I have them write like the one thing they learned the most from the class, and then their initials, roll it up, and I have a little jar for that class with that class's date for them to put it in. So anyway, it's really fun. I'm so excited. It's going so well.
Yes, as you should be. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, and I think it's so I moved to Utah recently to work for Lena, and something I have just gained an appreciation from moving here is what it means to be a professional shooter and then also have any other side ventures, including like even just like a partner in your life. So listening to her talk about what it was like going from that schedule to going into now having, you know, the community that she's built. I honestly don't know how you're doing it all. Like you are balancing so many amazing things at once, and I'm so excited to see where you go because you like you said in the beginning, you are so young and you already have a 10-year career behind you. That is so
crazy.
wild.
It's crazy. Yeah. Not a lot of people can definitely say that.
No.
I'm very proud of what I've done. Of course, there's little parts of you like, it's never enough. I should have done more. And they're like looking back, you're like, I don't even know how I did it back then. Like there's a time in life when I was a full-time college student. I was working part-time for a company. I was shooting full-time still. And like, I'm so exhausted now. I'm like, I don't know how I did it all back then. Just coffee and anger and passion, I guess, too, a little bit. But
Yes.
yeah, I mean, I do struggle a lot of times to keep up, especially this year has been the most insane year I've ever had. But I have a very, very good and loving support team. I mean, my parents are instrumental in my life. And one of the best decisions I ever made was going out to Colorado to live on my own, experience everything on my own. I've lived in other places, but always with friends or family. And this is my first time on my own. And I gained so much experience and insight and live part of my life. And I realized, you know what? My family is the most important part of my life. I have proven to myself I can do it without them, but I don't want to. Like they are my supporters, they're my advisors, they're my parents. Like we've entered this new part of our, parental relationship where like we're almost friends now. And it's just made my life so whole and happy. So I'm very, very happy to be home with my family. And without them, I wouldn't be able to do everything I'm doing right now because like you said, it's a lot of irons and so many different fires.
Yes.
So having them is very pivotal in my life.
Absolutely. I love that. I'm glad that you have the support system you do. And now we are so close to each other, which is so exciting because Jalise is also a great two-stepper slash line dancer slash swing dancer.
Yes, I love country swing dancing so much.
Yeah, we took you to a very interesting place recently. We were supposed to take, so Lena, Jalise, and I just headed out for my second shotgun qualifier for Worlds, which that always sounds so like I've made it already, but like it is that it's a qualifier. It's my second one, it's my second competition ever. Jalise and Lena have already done. Have you done one or two?
I can explain how the whole process works real quick. So there's never been shotgun qualifiers in the past. It's basically submit a resume, and then a committee chooses who goes on the team. In years past, there's been a lot of conflicts of interest of the committee who decides to go on. So through members going to the board basically is like, this is unfair, we need qualification processes. They brought it there's qualification processes for handgun and PCC, but never shotgun or rifle. So this is the first year you're doing shotgun qualifiers, which is awesome. And so there's going to be a total of 5 qualifying matches to go to. There was 1 last year and there's 4 this year. And you need 3 out of the 5 qualifiers with a score in order to completely qualify for 2026 IPSC Shotgun World Shoot in Greece. We're going to Greece. Yes, it's a big exciting for me. I'm so excited. So Lena and I have our 3 in, and Sofia has 2 in, and she has 1 more, which is in Nebraska, which I believe is sometime in early September.
Yep.
It's coming up.
They book us flights like ASAP. Talk about that after. You're just like,
Yeah. I got it. I got you.
It's gonna be so interesting without you guys.
I'm so good and yet bad at scheduling at the same time. So like I can book something in 5 minutes, but I better have insurance on it because like at the drop of a hat, something in my life will change where it's like, okay, I have to actually be in New Orleans and then I have to go to there and then to South Carolina or something and then back to Utah. Like, yes, I got you.
Thank you so much. Yes, no, you are amazing at it. I think you're the reason Lena and I got to this last one.
No, I definitely am.
You were this like calling.
You guys, we have to take you out of right now.
Thank God. And then I would be like, hey Lena, Jalise wrote, we need to do this, and we'd be like, yeah, we'll do it after we finish this, and then anyway, thank you so much because
like I thought it'd be so much easier to do on a phone call, but then I realized we're all so busy. We all have so many irons in the fires that it's impossible to get us all on the same phone call at the same time. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna text you what I'm doing. Yeah, all you have to do is repeat the act.
Just repeat the action.
Just do that.
And that was perfect. That might be how we have to do it going forward. But for Greece, let's just all get together in person. Absolutely. I say we just get together in person months ahead. Anyway, I'm very excited about that. It's a great time. And we had the opportunity for the first time in a while to get together and actually hang out. The last time it was you all were training for the PCC Worlds. Yeah. And that was on a range and I was just filming.
You got to shoot a little bit.
I got to.
You got to experience it.
Yeah, because I wanted to do that thing. I told you my dream is to go to the Olympics and to run alongside the sprinters as fast as I can, just to see like what an average person runs like. Right. So when I went up and shot, I was like, yeah. This is an average shooter going like next to Lainey Barnes, Lena Mitchell, like Jalise Williams. Holy shit. What a like funny day. And you also were like, good job. And I was like,
it's such great effort. Like, mark fundamentals and just say, tweak a few things, and next PCC World Shoot, you'll go in.
I love it. Hell yeah. Yes, absolutely. I need that written somewhere. Such great effort. Love Jalise. Anyway, so funny. But we took you to a Western dancing club, ended up moving to a skating rink, which was really funny. Honestly, like the whole night was just kind of silly. We ended up just going home and cooking dinner, which was awesome. We got to finally hang out. But yes, Jalise is very talented at that. You definitely led us there. And yeah, okay. So now we've kind of oriented, hopefully, the listeners a little bit. We're in Utah currently. You leave tomorrow for nationals. IPSC nationals. Awesome.
So these will be, oh gosh, I'm feeling very nervous because this is an IPSC style match, which is what World Shoot is. So that's the organization we'll be competing under. And I am definitely a little bit nervous. Like you never, no matter how much you train and how much you do and pour your heart into, it never feels like enough. So, I mean, this will be my very last match to shoot before Hang 'em World Shoot. So a lot of pressure. I got my videographer coming to video the whole thing. Good or bad, it is going on YouTube. Y'all might see me cry, but that's okay. It's part of shooting. Actually, my family and I have a rule that it's if you're going to cry or get upset, you have to finish the match in what you're doing, and then as soon as that car leaves the shooting range gates, then you can like let it all loose. Yes.
How's that been, like, that system? Has that worked well?
It's worked very well for
You're, like,
me.
glad
It
that
like
you thought
almost gives me a different headspace where it's like it keeps me focused on what I'm doing because I know I can let my emotions ride over later. So it does help keep me focused because I was a very emotional child. So I mean, that's just the way my parents and I decided to regulate emotions, to keep that fire, keep going. Like I have like this great saying that my parents always told me is, no matter how bad I'm doing, it's not over until it's over.
I like
And
that.
like that is something I live by now. No matter how deep I'm in the hole or how far ahead I am, it's not over till it's over. You never know what might happen. So you keep grinding and you keep pushing and you give it every ounce of strength you've got.
I love that. I would argue that you were just a child, though. I mean,
Yeah, I was little. I feel like I was a little kid when I entered the sport, and just like all this stress.
saying an emotional child is like saying a furry dog.
Well,
like,
so
it's like, you know,
like my parents and I compared my sister and I a little bit. Like Justine wouldn't cry and stuff, but she's just like almost a robot when she's shooting. For me, I feel a lot and I like let the emotions out.
Gotcha.
Whereas Justine is always just kind of like
they're compartmentalized.
yeah, I think that's what it is. So for me, I had to find a different way and I found a way.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been nice to watch that process. We had a very emotional weekend, all three of us for sure. And yes, absolutely, it was very emotional.
Do you see Steve of Scott weekend? It was so. It was beyond like some of the highest highs and some of the lowest lows, like hours apart.
Hours apart. Yes, I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Yes, it was. And I had basically my first drink in an airport. That was really fun. We got to go to the Delta Lounge and have like cheers over just getting through the weekend.
We
And
made it. We didn't off ourselves.
exactly. Jesus Christ. You can't say that.
Oh, shoot.
I was just kidding. No, it's okay. It's not like we know how to use guns. It's fine. But we went
Actually,
not really, not actually. But no, that was actually so fun. We had a drink at the airport. We were crying, talking through everything. And no, but it was really cool to see your process on like how you were able to zone in, because we had so many just deep talks between the three of us over the weekend that by the time we had to step out and shoot, there's no room for it. You have zero time. And I know I'm newer to this style of shooting. Like it actually matters right now. USPSA, from my experience, the way I treated it has been more like fun and practice. It's just practice, it's not that many rounds. It's all good. But this is actually qualifying for a world level match, and it's different. Like there's a different level of pressure, and that's what you've been operating under your whole life. So it was really nice to be able to watch you do that and really lock in with you. I'm really thankful to like have been able to follow your lead, and that was really lovely. Day one, I had both you and Lena. Day two, I only had you, so that was really cool. And we'll get into the whole shotgun thing, but yeah, I forget how that just came up. I took a break from podcasting, so I'm kind of getting back into the whole hosting thing. But
I feel like I blacked out.
we talked about compartmentalization with Penny. Just we're talking about this weekend. So where is the match this weekend?
Okay, so it is in Marengo, Ohio. Actually, Lena and I and Jeremy are all shooting on the same squad. So they flew out. We had a practice this morning. And they flew out just now, and I fly out tomorrow, meet them. Super excited to shoot on the same squad with them. I'm so excited to see Lena shoot standard, actually, because, oh my gosh, like,
Yeah.
iron size is my thing, and she's shooting irons, and I got to practice with her a little bit last week and a little bit this week, and I'm like, I felt like maybe I helped her a little bit because irons is like, it's my life, it's my passion. So it seems like she's gotten better with some of my little tips and stuff. We both have actually gotten better because we learn from each other. We each bring something to the table. Even learn from Jeremy. Like, man, Jeremy is so fast. I'm like, how do you do that? You're like trying to repeat the movement. It's so good. That's a great thing about training with other people.
Yeah.
Love it. So yeah, compartmentalizing and getting to shoot with good people and good friends helps almost take the stress down a notch. Makes you feel a little bit more comfortable and relaxed, and that's something I do like doing at matches, is because it does. And I shoot the best when I'm not like super high stressed, super like I have to do this, I have to win or else, you know. So even when I have to do that, just shooting with good people, I shoot my best. So
Absolutely.
when you feel your best, you shoot your best.
Yeah.
That's what I like to think about it.
I like that. I like that. And you have a videographer coming with you. Why is that?
Oh, okay. So it's
I just cued you.
exciting. So I started my own YouTube channel a few months ago. Very, very excited for that. I've done YouTube. Justine and I used to have one together since, and it's been years and years and years since we've done anything with it. I decided like, okay, I'm doing my own thing. I'm going my own way. I want to start it up, and I didn't know where to start, and I'm figuring it out. But I mainly started because I really wanted to highlight and show the general public what it's like training for, what it's like going to and competing at a world shoot. I was very inspired by Lena's PCC World Shoot YouTube series. I'm like, I want to do something very similar, but I really want to show the process, because the process is so intense, like insane amount of work going into it. Your body is tired, your mental state is just bleh. So very excited. I released my first episode. So my videographer and I decided we were nailing out the details, like, okay, episodes, how they're going to work, the different kinds of training, the interviews with friends and family and sponsors, as well as showing, you know, IPSC Nationals, the last match before Handgun World Shoots. So it's very intense, obviously, but it's also very raw, because like this is going to be the footage. Like, it's whether I win, whether I lose, whether I fall on my face or stand on a podium, like it's going to be videoed, it's going to be out there, and I'm very excited for everybody to see that part.
Absolutely. It's not a perspective that is easy to understand at all, as far as the like. Okay, so actually, this is great. I know this a little bit more now because we've talked more, we've spent some time together. What is a typical day like for you in the life?
Okay.
Yes.
So typical day, let's think. Normally like a 5:30, 6 a.m. wake up.
Nice.
You know, like, 30 minutes to an hour, depending on, how the wake up goes, of like something light to eat, coffee, loading the car up, making sure I have all of the right gear, and a training plan for that day. Then I go out to the range and I train from like 7:30 to 11. And that's shooting training on the range. A lot of fundamental work, and then something very dynamic, and then changing that kind of dynamic course up, between runs and everything, because you don't want to get too good at doing the same thing. If you do the same thing 10 times, like obviously you're going to do way better at number 10 than you did at number 1. So change it up quite a bit. And then after that, I go home. I like throw my workout clothes on and I like race to the gym, because I have a gym sessions at the Intermountain Sports Performance Center in St. George. It's was created by the hospital for high performance athletes looking to go to college on scholarships. They're professionals and everything. So I signed up for that when I was 16. Done it on and off since then. But really put in the work now with it, and it's doing very well. Up and up and up constantly through that. So do that for about an hour and a half. Then can come home, do some administrative work. And then that evening I go for another workout to a different place, which is, it's actually like a full bodysuit. It's like, it's basically it has electricity going through. It's basically shocking you as you go through this workout. So supposedly it's like 90% plus muscle stimulation, helps growth and everything. But I've been doing that. So do that evening, and then depending on how tired I am, I might do like 10 to 15 minutes worth of dry fire. Mainly I just want to see that front sight. Just keep seeing it. So that's typical day.
Yeah. Easy enough.
Sometimes, depending on how much admin work I have to do during the day, I'll take like a 45-minute nap because I exhaust myself mentally on the range for hours. And then I go to the gym and I physically exhaust myself. So I'm just like dead. I'm like, okay, I'm going to eat food and just like take a 45-minute nap, and then I'll be good the rest of the day. Right. So sometimes that happens, and it happens more often than not.
Yeah. I mean, I would actually hope so, right? Because then your training later is more efficient. You're setting yourself up for success. Unfortunately, we live in such a fast-paced culture that we almost make fun of the idea of resting and recharging when it actually contributes to the efficiency of all of that process. So I love that you're talking about that. I love that you're bringing that to light as a professional shooter, and hopefully others can hear that and be encouraged by it. I'm curious, what do you do to decompress? Like, what is your decompression besides swing dancing, line dancing? Because I know a few times I've texted you and you're like, I'm out swing dancing. Very few.
Yes. I mean, swing dancing is also a great workout. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It can be two things.
Absolutely. We were sweating so much the other night.
Yes. Yeah. We were drenched.
Absolutely.
I honestly don't have a lot of things like sleeping, honestly. A lot.
Yes.
I can never get enough rest.
Yeah.
I like reading books. Books are good.
Yeah.
Like you and Lena and I are kind of reading the same author right now.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you guys to catch up to.
I know you're so far ahead. Well, I
started reading them years before you guys.
That's totally fair. Yes. It's almost like the same as our shooting tree. No, I'm also behind on Aquatara, but I do love that we have a shared Instagram reel group for it. That is the best thing. Okay, cool. So yes, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see what you and your videographer, what's his name?
John Gattus.
Okay, great.
Yeah, Evoke Media.
Nice. Okay, I'm excited to see what you and John put together this weekend.
He's done such a fabulous. It's turning out way better than I ever thought possible. Like, he brought my vision to life and then made it 10 times better. I'm like, I didn't even know I wanted this. This is so cool.
We're definitely going to link your YouTube series in the show notes, which are the notes below the title. It is super high production value, and it's so cool to see. I literally is just like a camera following around in your training. It's intense stuff. Like, even as friends, when you've told me what you've been doing, it's hard to like imagine it. So the YouTube video is really helpful to see what you actually go through. And then I love the emotional and vulnerable component of like what it feels like when you have hard training days. Cause people don't see that as much. And on social media, we're used to everything being such a highlight reel and all the positives. So I really like that you're doing that. It's helping the future generations as well see, like, if you take this on, like, this is the importance of like taking accountability for your emotions and giving yourself time to process it and having a support system and that side of things that doesn't get addressed as much. So you're doing more good than just sharing your journey and like talking about yourself. Like, it's beyond all of that. So so that's really freaking exciting. And then what next?
What's after?
Yeah, there's like after the nationals.
After nationals, okay.
World Shoot.
It's World Shoot.
There we go.
It's World Shoot. So this 2025 handgun World Shoot is being held in somewhere in Africa. I cannot pronounce the name, so I'm not gonna butcher it. It's in South Africa, so it's very intense. Obviously, it being a world shoot and then being in South Africa too, so adds another stress. And then having John video like every moment of it, from opening ceremonies to every stage of world shoot. So you'll be able to see all the emotions, all the things, and you'll also be able to see closing ceremonies, and especially my last like remarks on what I feel and how the journey went, and what my hope is for the future, hopefully. But yeah, so that's I think it's exactly 3 weeks. I think I leave exactly 3 weeks after this weekend for IPSC Nationals.
Okay.
So it's coming up very soon.
Right.
Yeah, I'm taking both my parents with me. I'm very lucky that that we could work that stuff out with their schedule and everything for them to come with me, because it's very important that both of them are there, because it's a moment we've all been waiting for 11 years. So having them both there is great. And then still nailing down security.
Yeah, I was wondering if you wanted to talk about that. This is crazy, guys. They have to have security. We don't have to, but you
Depending on who you are, you probably should. Probably looking at me, you're like, yeah, that little girl definitely needs security.
That's so funny. I mean, just being
just having somebody who knows the area to like drive you and everything.
Yes.
I mean, that would just be super helpful.
Absolutely.
Like, hey, don't go to this part,
Yes.
or blah blah blah. So it's basically a guide with a gun. Except so it's mainly because both my parents are there, and I want to take all the proper precautions. If it was just me, it'd be like, I think I'll be fine.
Sure.
But my mother's coming too, so
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. I would have to do the same thing. I would hope that Lena would do the same thing. Like, there's just so
so expensive though. I'm like, what is our safety worth?
Would you share? Would you be willing to share?
I negotiating right now,
Okay.
but it's looking like $1,000 a day.
For like 5-7 days?
Oh, no. Like, you have to be there for approximately 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Exactly. So what is my worth? What is my family's worth?
Yeah.
Like, you would think like, oh, I would pay $1 million to like protect them, and then you look at the numbers and you're like, ooh, that's a lot.
That is a lot. Wow. Gosh. But like,
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
For peace of mind, having it alone.
that's a good point, because it's not a time where you can afford to be distracted.
Right.
Yeah, that makes
So for the peace of my mind alone, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Let alone for, my family and I's safety.
Yeah.
But just one less thing to think about.
Yes. Yes. Oh gosh, I'm even more excited for the series now. I knew that he was going to be there, but like, just like seeing the first video now and like having this perspective of what your plans are with it, it's going to be awesome. You guys will have to check it out. First episode's already up.
Yes, first episode is already up. It's so good.
Yes,
It goes through like what the series is about and everything, what the next episodes are going to be, and the process, the journey. And then specifically for that first episode, we go into the physical training at the Sports Performance Center.
Right.
So you'll see how intense that the training program that I worked with the instructors for to build specifically for shooting. So you'll be able to see that, which is very exciting.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's gonna be so awesome. Yeah. And I'm sure, gosh, I can't imagine how hard it is to know, like, this is all within the next month, and then you're also having to like qualify and secure everything for shotgun within that same time frame. That's just, gosh, I'm so impressed by you guys. And then at the same time, you all these amazing things happening on the side that one day you'll get to come on and talk about on the podcast. That's freaking awesome.
Very hopeful.
Yes.
I have a future ahead of me. I just need to decide how bright it's going to be.
Oh my God. Maybe you have a bright future ahead. You just have to decide. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So, okay. I know we talked a lot about this, and I'm not trying to rush this. I know we both have things we have to run off and go do after this. I really want to make sure we talk about your journey so far as an instructor and what that's been like. Because the last time we talked, you were at the Cameo complex. So from then until now, what would you say your biggest lesson has been as a developing instructor in the space?
Articulation.
Ooh.
Because I guess a problem, it's not even really a problem that I have when instructing, is I forget sometimes, like, these people are new. I've been doing this for practically my whole life. So I need to think, like, what am I doing and how do I describe it to somebody who's never even tried to do it before?
Right.
So I feel like I'm getting a lot better at that. And it's a great lesson to learn is like one woman in my class, like, we did the class and then we went out and did shot bowling pins afterwards for fun. And like when she was handling the gun and everything, I'm like, oh, do you remember in class when we talked about laying with the set? She's like, yeah, I didn't really understand that. I'm like, what do you mean you didn't understand it? Like, I asked if everybody understood it. And I was like, okay, you gotta stay calm. Like, she doesn't know better. So we're going to explain it in a different way for her to understand. So I tried to explain it in several different ways now when I'm teaching so that somebody can grasp it who learns differently from that person next to them, you know?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I'm sure is it hard to be patient at all?
Sometimes. I just have to remind myself, like I said, like, I've been doing this practically my whole life.
Yeah. I would think that would be really difficult. Like, you are just one of the most kind people I know. So like, it's really hard to imagine you not ever being patient, but it's also like at that level, I would just be like, yeah, it would be really hard. You'd have to like,
I mean, it's also good to like remember, like, man, when I first started going to those ladies clinics in my hometown, like, man, those instructors, they must have struggled because we were little kids.
Yeah, like, absolutely. And you guys started with 22, and then your dad or your mom was the one that was like, we need to push them up to 9mm, right? Yeah. There was a whole like caliber conversation. I think we had that in the season 1 episode. I really enjoyed that conversation because it really goes to show how you all exponentially grew, and then even your parents were like, wait, hold on. We should let them shoot the higher caliber. So that's wonderful. Have you done any instruction with little kids?
Yes, there's a couple of little girls in St. George that I've helped a little bit. There's one, Mesa. Her dad is a big volunteer in the range, and so I gave her lessons. I had her shoot off of my first competition gun. I asked her else, and she's doing very well. Yeah. And she comes to all the Tuesday night steals. Now she's shooting USPSA. Yeah. She's getting into it, and it like brings tears to my eyes. Yeah, those days where it's like I remember what it was like. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And so that's extremely cathartic. And like, yeah, you have to think back to what it was like.
Yeah. So I do like helping juniors because I was a junior for most of my career, and seeing more come in and develop and to help them the way that I was helped. It's pulls on my heartstrings. It is definitely a passion of mine to help women and juniors because this changed my life completely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, it's so cool to see. It's so cool to watch. I haven't been able to observe you firsthand instruct, but I did get to see you speak publicly after that PCC training event. That was really fun. You had so many women show up. That was such a cool
oh my God,
panel.
There was not enough room in that classroom. There's a
that was so exciting. I thought
way too many. I was expecting like 15 or 20. No, it was more like 60.
Yeah. Oh, it was awesome. I remember when we were sitting at the front and you introduced all of us as world level shooters, and I was like, oh no. Like I have to get up there and I have to tell them. So when I introduced myself, I was like, so I just videoed this weekend. That was so much fun. And it was really great to see the women come together, and they were all like yapping before, and I love that. It reminded me of like how much I love firearms instruction myself. I'm just now starting to get back into it. So that was a really great, super, super great reminder. But okay, so we talked about a little bit about the competition coming up this weekend, leading up into the World Shoot, concealed carry, firearms instruction. What are you most excited for with this 2026 coming? I hate to say almost coming to a close, but also we just made our Halloween plans. So it's like almost October.
Don't say that. Don't say
I know. But also, I'm so excited.
Halloween is
Oh my
going
gosh.
epic.
We created a little presentation for Lena to show her all the activities we're going to do over the Halloween time. We're so excited. There's some really cool things here.
Yeah, that week's gonna be really fun, really insane.
It is.
So here's like the approximate plan of what we're doing, but not with all the details, of course.
Can't tell.
But like Lena, Jeremy, and I are in St. George shooting race gun nationals. Then that Monday we drive and do some Halloween thing in northern Utah, and then I fly out the next day to go to New Orleans to film with Range Ready. Colt is having their 1911 optics experience, and I will be teaching I believe it's 12 students there, part of the Range Ready show. So I'm very excited to walk people through 1911, and 1911 is just something I'm so passionate about and I love so much. And Colt has just been an incredible supporter of my journey throughout these past 6 years that I've been with them. And then I get to teach and help as well. So I'll do that for a couple of days and then get on a flight on Halloween and come back to you guys and do 2 days worth of Halloween stuff and then go home.
Yes.
But yeah, I would say that week is going to be very hectic, but also very exciting and fun. So that'll be good. Yeah, I think that's it for the rest of 2025 at least. So 2026, definitely it's going to be Shotgun World Shoot in Greece.
Absolutely. In the season 1 episode we did together, I feel like we mostly talked about competition shooting and what almost like the politics are behind it. And there were so many interesting topics in there. We didn't really get to dive into concealed carry much. I am curious, as someone who has been around firearms your whole life, what was it like going from that to learning how to carry a gun on your body, whether that be inside the waistband, off-body hybrid? What has it been like for you?
Yeah, so I mean, I've been carrying for a long time. When I lived in Alaska going to welding school, like you can carry at 18. You don't need a permit and anything. So I kind of learned up there, but mainly it was like carrying larger size guns because moose and bear was the scary thing. Then when I moved back to Utah, I got a provisional permit. So that's like a special permit basically to conceal carry under the age of 21, and learned a little bit there. Didn't carry that much. And when I turned 21, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get my legit permit and I'm going to figure out how to conceal carry all the time now. And my biggest thing with concealed carry was that I'm lazy. I am so lazy. I'm like, man, if it's not convenient, I don't want to use it. So I have like all these different types of gear that I bought, like concealed carry specific purses, conceal carry holsters everywhere, thigh holsters, ankle holsters, the bra holsters. Like, oh my gosh, I bought so much crap, and then like none of it was super comfortable and convenient. Especially like I spend my day in range clothes a lot of the time, and so finding something that works with range clothes is somewhat pretty easy. But also, like, I'm in the car, like driving a lot, I need something that's comfortable for me to drive, the 30 minutes to the range, or with me driving to matches, carry while I'm driving, 8 hours at a time. So I found, I seen Lena had released her Vertex Fanny Pack 2.0. And I'm like, wonder how that is. And so I got one. I'm like, this is life-changing. Like, I've never been a fan of fanny packs. I think they look weird, especially with me. Like, I like jeans and my boots and my big old belt buckle and everything. I'm like, this is just gonna look weird. And it does it's a little bit, but it's so convenient and easy. Like that is my everyday carry bag, and it fits so many different guns. But mainly, like I carry a Colt Defender 9mm 1911. It's a 3-inch gun because I shoot 1911 all the time. I wanted a gun that was the 1911 platform, so that if I ever had to go to it, I didn't have to think like, where's the safety? Oh, this gun doesn't have a safety. Wanted it to be very comfortable, and it fits that gun just super easily. So that's my everyday carry now. Done a lot of draws and worked with it. And it's so easy, especially for the driving portion, is just sling it around my waist, put my belt up my, car belt underneath it. I'm so comfortable. I don't even notice it's there. That way, stop at a gas station, you unbuckle, like you don't have to grab your bag, sling it on you, or like tiny hide, like try and conceal and put your gun back in your holster or something. So I really liked that that bag, but it's great for an everyday carry bag. I wanted something a little bit nicer because I do like it's almost like a hybrid. I did want something a little bit nicer looking because I do have events I go to. I wanted something that was leather because I do, like I said, wear boots and my jeans and nice tops and stuff for events as well as very nice occasions. And like, that's what I want because that's my style. And then you came out with your bag, the Zadira Sofia bag, and I'm like, I might want to try that. And so when I went to a Girl and a Gun this year, I was one of the instructors. I tried your bag and I'm like, this is it. This is what I've been looking for. She gets it. She gets it so much.
I'm so glad.
Until I tried it there, I'm like, I need one. So I bought one and it is just gorgeous. Like the magnets are very strong. I love the way my gun sits in it. It has so much room that I think I can carry a 4-inch gun in it. So I really like that. And it has like deep pockets and everything. So I can put like my lipstick in there for nice events. And like I got a really like thick leather wallet because I am my father's son. And it fits in there very nicely. It's a microphone.
It actually does. I was very surprised. I think you have actually maximized the use of the Sofia more than anyone I know, including myself, because I'm a minimalist girly. I like to just have like a little tiny, card wallet thingy.
I like to carry like multiple cards as well as business cards and cash. Like that's something that's something my parents always taught me. Like you do not leave the house without, I'm not gonna say how much cash, but a good amount of cash.
Absolutely.
And different size bills, because you never know. Like the worst thing possible is to be stranded somewhere.
Yes.
Especially with how much like we travel, like we have to have a minimum of $1,000 on us. So if we need to get the rental car for a few more days, we need to buy a flight at the airport. Our cards aren't working. Anyway, long story short, I found 2 bags that I love. I do carry inside the waistband every now and again, but I mean the 2 fanny packs are so convenient. I don't want to use anything else. So I'm very, very happy with my concealed carry journey, especially with how it got its crazy start, When I was 21, I decided, I'm going to go live on my own in Colorado. I had my trailer. I lived on the range, and it was so convenient and so good for my training. But also, like, out in the middle of nowhere on this range, like, there are no lights at night. There are no people even close. I'm like, I'll be fine. I know how to shoot a gun. Like, what's a bear gonna do? Or a person, but like the freeway's like right there. And so like I started carrying ish and figuring out ish. And like, I'm not that like, I still wasn't carrying much just because I didn't feel the need to. But then like I had a scary night, like something like, I don't know if it was an animal or what, but it came like banging on the side of my trailer, and I was just terrified. And I could hear I was on gravel, and I could hear gravel moving outside. I swear it sounded like footsteps. I sound like it. And I I just had a panic attack, and I called my friend and I was like, I am so scared. He's like, okay, and he's like all the way across the country. He's like, okay, who do you want me to call to like come pick you up? Like, go like seclude yourself in your bedroom. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like my worst nightmare come to life. And so he called my friend who lived 30 minutes away in Fruiton. Him and his buddy came and picked me up with their guns, and they're like, it looks like paw prints outside. Like, it could have been a bear. It's so big. And so I'm like, I'm not staying here tonight. Need to leave. Like, no, I'm leaving. And so and I stayed with them for the night, and then I came back the next day, and they're like, you can stay for longer. I'm like, if I don't go back, I won't ever go back to it. And I need to like face this head on. And for like 7 months straight, I heard banging every night on the side of my trailer from 10 p.m. At 10 p.m. and then stop, and then at 2 a.m. it'd start again. So like I'm not stepping outside the trailer after dark. I am concealed carrying all the time. I'm gonna get proficient with it. I need to do this for my own confidence and self-assurance and everything. So that's just kind of how I got started. And then when I decided to move back to St. George to be with my family, I'm like, I know how to do it now.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason not to, because all my stuff, my wallet, my keys, everything's hooked to those bags. So I don't have a choice now, because I put all the most important parts of my day, my everyday stuff in those bags. So it's just great. It's convenient, and now I feel much more settled,
Right.
which is good.
Man, dude, so if you all are like, why aren't you freaking out at that story, Sophia? It's because I've heard it and I've thought about it every day since. Jesus Christ, because it sounds like a skinwalker. Like,
Yeah,
are we talking?
I was so convinced. Like, some people believe in that stuff, some people don't. I didn't believe it until that.
Yeah.
And I like started believing the craziest stuff. I'm like, it honestly probably was some animal that smelled my trailer, smelled whatever, like garbage from that night or whatever, just keep coming back to see if it was food. But I was still just scared to death. I'm like, I'm okay. Like, if it's a person, I'm defending myself, I'm shooting it. If it's an animal, I hunt. Like, it's not a big deal shooting an animal. But it's the thing that you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
If it's something from, So not to get into like crazy ghost stuff, but like, when you're that scared, you'll believe anything.
Okay, so Jalise, first of all, told us this story at the PCC training thing that I was filming for Lainey and Lena. And we're staying in this trailer.
A different trailer. It was my uncle's trailer.
And a different range. But she tells us the story, and like, I had trouble falling asleep that night because you gave us, I was like, no, don't be. I was like, I'm all about spooky stories. And like, tell me more. Like, yes, make me uncomfortable. But we asked you to do the banging sound. We like asked you to go do it. And it was horrifying. Like, if that's what you were hearing every night, dude, it was probably a freaking skinwalker. And then you told me that the video camera.
Yeah, there's video cameras on the range I was living at, but the ones that were pointing, there was, I can't remember whether there was none pointing towards my trailer or they just were working.
Mm-hmm.
So there is like, and there's not like, there is some cameras that were pointing towards my trailer.
Yeah.
But I think that wasn't working because, and I don't know if it came off the other side or whatever, like, something like that. But also, like, the banging came from the other side that was facing the road and the fence, and there was no cameras pointing that side. Like, it was right outside my bedroom window, which is pointing towards the road, which no cameras. So it's like, I was like, telling, I was like, there's something wrong. They're like, it's just an animal. Like, like at 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. on the dot every night. Like,
I don't know how you did it.
My buddy thinks that it was a Bigfoot Sasquatch.
I really bet.
He's like, there has been sightings in your area.
Part of me, though, I don't know why Skinwalker just makes more sense because it's like more ominous, and that's so ominous. Whereas like I feel like a Sasquatch is more like just like a fee fi fo fum, I want to eat whatever's in here and I will break in. Whereas like a skinwalker like tries to like
Get you
get you to
outside.
get out. Like yeah,
It let it
seems
in
like
somehow. Dude, I like talked to my aunt about it and she's like, okay, like get salt, put it around your trailer, get obsidian. I was like say a prayer whenever you hear it. I was doing everything I could to try and settle my mind.
did you do the salt thing?
I did everything. I like went to freaking internet on top of that and was like, okay, where do I need to do? Like put it where? Like
Yeah, and you never saw anything.
never because I was too because I had all my blinds and stuff down. As soon as the sun started to set, I closed every window. I put down all the curtains. Like I didn't want any light from my trailer escaping outside or anything from the outside look into my trailer. So like I was every time I heard it, I was too afraid, and I hate being afraid so much.
Yeah.
It makes me sound so weak, and I'm like, no, I'm strong, but like I'm scared of the things I don't know. But like I was just terrified to look outside and see like if it's a bear, thank God. If it's a person,
Sure.
I'm going to flash back in.
Right.
Like you need to leave right now.
Right.
If it's, but it's the what if it's the things that aren't supposed to exist, you know?
Yeah.
That was what scared me. What if it's not the obvious?
Yeah. Absolutely. How horrifying. I'm so sorry you went through that. I'm so glad you're not that anymore.
Yeah. Trailer life is hard on top of
Oh
that.
gosh, yeah. I mean,
it's
I
a
know.
cool experience. And now I'm gonna tell my kids, like, you don't know what art is.
Yeah.
This was my experience living alone.
That will be terrifying. Because like I was with 3 of the world's best shooters on this range, like protected. I was like, we're good, baby. Like everything's good. But yeah, I can't imagine being alone. And
I mean, I feel like it's an experience I needed to have because it
Sure.
definitely pushed me to do different things in my career and focus on women and their self-defense and helping juniors learn about firearms and be safe and then be with my family again. Like it's my family.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. I need my family.
Yeah.
So I think I needed to experience it in
Sure.
order to be where I'm at today.
Gosh. Yeah. So
I mean,
yeah.
if I could go back and not experience it, yeah,
Like we were like a
I was gonna delete it.
And the paw prints. Do you have a picture of it?
Oh, what?
Of the paw prints? The paw prints? Right?
No,
Oh.
I didn't go around that side of the
Okay,
trailer
yeah.
because my front door was where they pulled their truck up.
Yeah.
I literally let them inside and they're like, we're gonna go check. And I'm like, I don't wanna. And like, I just like basically got in their truck and just like sat there with like my gun on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, something's gonna eat them.
No, yeah. Yeah.
Like, are you sure? You don't have to, like.
Can we just go?
My dad visited me a few times while we were out there, and he like went out for like a walk after dark. I'm like, Dad, please don't do that. And he's like, you're being ridiculous. I'm like, Dad, like for me, for my own peace of mind, please just don't go outside after dark.
Right.
The dark is like now become a huge fear of mine. Like,
Ugh,
I try to avoid all costs. I try not to
yeah.
have my folks outside after dark.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the parent now where it's like, where are you going right after dark? How dare you leave this house? You know things happen after dark.
Is it only in the woods that the dark is?
No, it's everywhere.
Okay.
Like in the city, it can be.
Oh, the city's got its own monsters.
It's got its own monsters.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't know. It's like it's part of concealed carry where you need to recognize situations and try to de-escalate those situations. So walking after dark, like
Yeah.
probably shouldn't go for a run after dark in a dark neighborhood. You probably, drinking. If you're gonna go out drinking, like okay, go with somebody you severely trust with your life.
Yes.
So it's just making smart moves.
Yeah.
To avoid potential issues. Right. That's the way I kind of view it.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't know if you've noticed this. A lot of the majority of the students, almost all of them, except for the few that whose husbands have really just encouraged them to go. Women tend to come after something has happened. Like there's something scarier than a gun. I really like that. I like Lena saying on that, like when during COVID, there was something scarier. So it's like people started to put their safety first. And it's unfortunate that that has to be like the reason, but it is one of those things where it's like, okay, now I'm the wiser and I can help spread news and information to help people get encouraged to train before something does happen to them. Because
Yeah.
it's like,
I hate that I fall into one of those categories that I waited until something did happen that I decided to do it because I grew up with it. I should know. Like I've been told stories after stories about what could happen and need to always be, watching and protecting yourself and caring. And I hate that I waited to do it 100% of the time until I had an incident.
I get it. Yeah. Yes, I do know. Yes, I do know. I remember I like started sharing my concealed carry journey, and then I had my first incident of a s- I had technically the police considered him like a harasser, like he was harassing me, but he felt more like a stalker. And that is when I was like, oh, okay, I should probably actually carry every single day because I would kind of carry when it was convenient and when my outfit allowed it. And then I started realizing that that just wasn't enough. And yeah, I felt really silly because my whole page was concealed carry. My whole page was self-defense. So like that was a silly kind of feeling. But hindsight's
2020.
2020. Also, our brains are naturally avoidant creatures. They love to avoid. They love to be like, not me, her maybe, but not me. So like that's
They also like to rationalize every situation where it's like, that person's probably not walking towards me.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
that person, it's definitely not a knife. So, like, they're just probably got done slicing a watermelon.
Right.
And
This
walking back to their
looks for the watermelon, gets to back. Dude, we had this conversation the other day because we were just like, there's a story that Lena and I'll have to tell the whole thing on here, but dude in a ski mask essentially for remaining path the other day. And we had just seen him on our path another day. And I was telling Jalise, like, part of me was like, maybe this man has asthma. Maybe he has a reason to be wearing a ski mask in August.
It's the dirt. He was the breathing in the dirt.
And it's like, no, like Lena's alarm bells were going off, and then that's when I was like, okay, Sofia, like be for real, like yeah, because I didn't want to have to use the guns on me. I was like, no, I don't want to have to get this out. Like, don't make me do this. So like, yeah, our brains are naturally avoidant. That's where learning to trust your gut, all that intuition, and these classes reinforce that forward. And so I'm really glad you're at the front doing that. That's freaking awesome.
Seems like you are too. So I'm very happy to see other people is like pushing it out because
Yeah.
it is a matter of life and death.
Yeah, right? Wild, right? We chose a really fun career path.
Yeah.
To be like to just we picked a really cool hill to die on.
Yeah. Yeah. It's more like we pick the career path and we're like, you have to do this or you will die.
Right. It's pretty intense. It's intense and making sure you have the disposition to teach people who are nervous. Such a scary thing. It's such an interesting dichotomy that like you absolutely have, which is awesome. I'm so excited to see everything you do with it. Holy shit. We've gotten to talk a little bit about what you're planning these past few days, and I'm bewildered still. Yeah. So I'm so excited.
Thank you. I'm so excited too.
Absolutely. Well, you have a dinner to get to.
Yes.
So let's wrap this episode up by saying good luck this weekend. Good luck at Worlds. You don't fucking need it because you've done everything. You have the data. You have all of the work you've put in. I hope that you can enjoy it a little bit. And if anything, if you're like, screw that, your videographer will pick up the content and then maybe later you'll be able to, pull a glass of wine and be like, oh, I was there. Like, hopefully you can be in the moment sometimes and like, yeah. And then write a book about it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You're
That's
gonna
a lot.
I know, right? I'm writing your future right now. So yeah, don't worry. It's okay. I'll send you notes later on like what you should do, but I'm joking. No, it's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited for you. I would love for you to leave the listeners with something that just like speaks to you. What's the first thing that comes to your head about what you want to send these listeners off with?
All good things come to those who wait.
I like that. Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
Don't try to rush it. I tried to rush it years and years before. And I am here today because I learned to be patient, and very, very happy with that, because if I would have pushed myself to go to previous Hangman World Shoots and push past the politics and and COVID and everything, I wouldn't have made the men's team on my first try. And I'm so very thankful for hindsight, and very thankful, and I've learned to be patient because of it. It's all happened for a reason.
Hell yeah. I love that. That was beautiful. Jesus. You're setting up guest speakers for season 2. You guys better step it up if you're listening to this. No, but seriously, that was beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I'm so glad you came on. And I'm so excited to hang out with you more that I live closer to you. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I have the coolest friends. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Awesome. All right, guys, thanks for listening. That's season 2. We'll do our outro, and yeah, see you in the next one.